Hi guys, Francine here at Devoted Danes, and so just a little update. So the guys are down in North Carolina. They have brought our stuff down. That was the plan. This week we still decided to, let me back up. Our closing was supposed to be this week, but with now a new development of issues, because every time it seems like you buy a house, you always have to struggle to get the paperwork or do this or negotiate on something. So I think we can check every box in that category this time. That's why I said to my husband, it almost seems like it gets harder every time we buy something. But with this house that we liked, it was an auction house, so we've never dealt with auction houses before. We have bought and sold a handful of properties in our lifespan so far, but never an auction one. So when we did see the house, we didn't see anything about auction, or else I would have avoided it. But I guess in the southern states, you see this. You don't really see this up north. Instead of selling their house, they auction it off. They have like an auction. The only auctions I know of here is if like they do a real estate tax auction on your home. It's not like you're selling it on good terms at that point. So I've never really heard auctioning, but that's what that house was. And it was, the auction had gone through, and I guess, excuse me, they didn't get the offer that they were looking for, so they didn't accept it, and it sat on the market some more. And when we get to the house, you'll see why. Maybe it sat on the market because it does have strong bones. It just needs cosmetic work, and as you can tell, every house I buy needs cosmetic work. So maybe that's why it was on the market, but it was on the market since the spring, and we all know in today's economy, if you have things priced right, it moves. If you don't, it sits there. So this house sat there. Unfortunately, again, it was an estate sale. Again, this house was in a, not estate sale, but it was in a, I forget, an estate. So the owner did pass away, and it was in a trust. That's what it was. This house was in a trust, but they had somebody taking care of it and stuff, but nobody was living here. And I'm not sure where the kids live with this house, but we never even met them because we had a, we didn't have a person-to-person closing for this house. I think it was remote is what they call it, because the family did not live in New Hampshire. So we kind of, this house again is an estate, so it's a family that had lost, a family member, and they were selling it. So it kind of always makes it a little bit harder to sell, I think, a loved one's building. So we negotiated a lot on the price. We ended up spending more than what we wanted. I think because an auction price, you go in at a low price, and then they'll say, say they'll put in an auction amount for $200, but then when you go there, they really want $400,000 for their house. This was an exact thing for ours, but it was in the same guidelines as that. They had one price, and they actually wanted double the amount, which we did not offer. We didn't, this is, more than what we wanted to spend, so no, we would not. But we did counter offer and tried to meet somewhere in there, and they really thought it over and realized they didn't have a lot of any other offers to pay that price in that condition like we did. So ultimately it got down to you either accept it or I'm moving on with another offer, and they did accept our offer after those options were on the table. But we're pretty happy. So we did get our stuff down there. The problem now is our closing was supposed to be back on track. Sorry, I get storytelling. The closing was supposed to be Friday, and guess what? Hurricane Helene had moved in, and the house we're buying is fairly in that area, that region. It was an hour and a half more west. Asheville, as you guys all hear, we're about an hour and a half east of that, or we will be. So we had some delays there because they wanted to go by and make sure there was no damage to the property, and there wasn't. And then the problem is FEMA sets a date of when you can go do that. So if we closed on Friday, FEMA said that we could come, the 9th was the first day. We're supposed to close on the 4th. FEMA said no inspections till the 9th. So we already had plans, so we decided just to bring our stuff down and put it in storage and still follow with our plan. So that's what leaves us here tonight. I'm still dealing with the FEMA thing. Our closing has got pushed out because it ended up being a national disaster down there, and I've been following it, and it's really bad. I feel for those families. It's almost like their whole town was just wiped off. But we still are in love with the area. We're aware of the pros and cons in any region that you live, and we still want to foresee ourselves down there. And so we decided to go put our storage in on track. If it closes a week or two later, so be it. We'll still have our stuff down there. And I will give a tour when I'm done with the house, but like today, the house that we currently live in, I am doing one of the many bedrooms of this house. So what I'm doing is I'm touching up everything all the way. I'm repainting it, and I have done the other rooms. I finished the hardwood floor. This one happens to have a vinyl planking on it. So some of the planks, if anybody knows, sometimes they will move apart. I had a couple of them, so ooh, I got paint on my foot and I'm spreading it. So I was able to take the threshold oil and kick it back together and get this room touched up and ready for its new owner when I decide to list it. So I still have a little bit of floor left to actually finish that. When I started this years ago, I never finished. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm painting the house. This is one of the rooms. This is a massive house. This is probably over 3,000 square feet. Upstairs alone, we have 5 bedrooms. We do have another room downstairs that we use. It's kind of like a library. It has a lot of bookshelves, but you could actually have 6 bedrooms in this house and still have a kitchen and a living room and let's see, a den and 6 bedrooms. So it's a massive house. So our new house will be smaller, but we already knew that we wanted to downsize, and we have done it a lot of different things. So our other house still is big to some, but it will be smaller than what we have now. So I can't wait, but what I've been doing is going room to room to room and just refreshing them, getting a nice clean look. So touching up the floors, touching up the paint, repainting the ceilings. We did, as you saw, the hardwood floors in a couple of the rooms. So I'm working my way upstairs, and then I'm working my way downstairs with touch-ups so I can sell this and it be ready to go. Hi guys, Francine here. So today I am getting things ready. Let me catch my breath. So today I'm getting things ready for our move. Our new home, we are supposed to be closing on it the end of the week, but as we all know, the big hurricane that went through, Helena, that went through Florida, also hit North Carolina, but thank goodness it was more west in the house that we just bought. So today we are still getting our stuff moved down and put into storage so we can get our house more cleared out. And so today I've got all our kennels out, because what I need to do, I got 2, I need 1 more. Eva's helping, she's in the window. Got 1 more to do so I can get these guys and right now it's warm here, so these guys are actually in here with all our stuff that we have pre-packed and ready to go. We have our kenneling ready to go. This kennel has to go too. We have to have, I know, Rio, she's so silly. We have to have 6 kennels set up down there, so when we go, well, so these 3 have to be packed. We have some over here already packed, and so it's a disaster. We have everything packed. What an undertaking. We have a lot of stuff with extra refrigerators, but
So the kennels, these are the smaller kennels. They're still big enough like for 2 humans to fit in, but so Grizzly, Rhea, and Ebony will be in these until, so their big kennels can go down to our new home and get set up. So when we get there on the bus, we have their kennels already set up for them, and it'll be a huge adjustment. So I have a bunch of these kennels, and I actually started off with these kennels until I realized I liked the bigger ones better. The bigger ones are walkout, but these are huge. They have 2 doors. I can fit in it. 2 humans could. They're really big. So I have a lot of these that I just keep for who knows what. Like Charlie has one. Ellie and Eva have one just because they go and that's their quiet place, but they don't ever stay in theirs. They maybe will go down there with a snack, or if we have a bunch of people, they'll be locked down in their kennels. But so right now today I'm just transferring the big kennels, getting them ready for move. We're coming with a U-Haul truck today. As you have our U-Haul truck today, so I had just gotten up and hit the ground running. My husband's running errands. He's going to pick up the U-Haul truck, a trailer, because we have a massive amount of stuff. So what we decided to do is to still bring our stuff down to storage and store it into, it's like a 20-minute drive to the storage to have our stuff in storage, because we already had a plan of how we were moving stuff down. And with Hurricane Helena, it has delayed our closing by a few days because they really want to go by and double check to make sure there's no damage to the house, which thank goodness there was no damage. We have a great realtor that we work with down there. She knows we live in New Hampshire, so she's already been to the house and checked it out. But so the plans are to still get our first run down, put it in storage, and then we have another trip to go down, because if I didn't say anything, maybe I should cue you in now. Our daughter is actually moving to North Carolina with us. We did find a house that we liked. So that's the plan. So I have to do all this, and then I am still working. So it's a lot to do, but everybody's doing their part. It's hard because we have our little grandkids here too, and they're doing absolutely great here. We love seeing them every day, but it is a lot for their parents to try to get a lot of stuff done. So it's all hands on deck. I'm doing my part. The guys will be doing their part. They'll be making a long journey down to put our stuff in storage. And then we have another trip coming up for storage, and then we're planning on listing our home here. We have a great home actually, and that was the problem that we kind of found out, is that where are we going to find another place like this refrigerator here? It's not usually. And then we have a pretty, a pretty big layout and stuff, so it really was hard to find something that was compatible, but we did, so we're pretty happy. And so we have everybody's kitties here. You got a kitty over here taking a nap. My kitties are here. But I got to get the next kennel going and try to switch these guys out, so when the moving truck gets here, we're good to go. Huh, Peachy? It's Peaches. All our cats are coming with us, obviously. We've got about 8 of them here. So we have plans for all them too, to get packed up and go. Lots of moving things going on right now. Huh, pretty girl? We are loading up today. We have a lot of stuff, I guess. You don't realize until you get loading. Look at all these little faces. Just talking to the peeps of the world. Bus is loaded. We're getting ready to head out. Oh, we still got to do a few more things, but we get Charlie, Ellie, Eva, and Violet. So it's Daisy, little Benson. This is Charlie's kennel. She's outside right now. Griswold, Rhea, and Abigail. We got this bus loaded with all our stuff and then some, huh? So imagine, oh, I can't forget our noble steeds. Sabrina, Peaches is not happy, and cheddar cheese. Salem's gonna stay, and he's coming down the next trip, but that's pretty much all our cats, but the bus is loaded with everything you can think of, and then some, and so is the truck. Plus we got rid of a lot of stuff. More of our kenneling, the last bit of our kenneling. The dog's couch came. So we get a load, but we're getting ready to head off. Look at them all in the windows. Wait till they see us coming on the highway. Yeah. Silly guys. And we're off. We have the bus loaded. My husband's driving the bus. I'm driving the truck. In the truck I have Eva and Violet because they're the biggest Danes that we have and they don't really fit good in the bus. But Violet ended up liking it. We had a lot of pit stops with the dogs and everything went fine. We had some accidents, but we did actually great. We made it there in a day and a half. Next week, I will be sharing more about our moving journey. So if you're interested, don't forget to watch and subscribe to our channel.